Hey girls, so I was getting out this color, which is the China Glaze Aquadelic, and I was going to paint my nails, and this is how it turned out. But before I painted them, I decided I would film this little collection of my nail polish. Hope you enjoy! Okay, so here is an overview of all my polishes. So most of my polishes are from OPI, so I'm just gonna kind of do a brief scan over it, and then I'm actually gonna go through swatches, because some of these like show up exactly like they're in the bottle, and some of them look way sheer or different. And I have a lot of pink, I know, but they look different than what they appear to be, because in the bottles they all look exactly the same. So mostly OPI. I do have some China Glaze, some Nicole OPI, 2 Essies, a couple mini OPIs, 1 Ulta, and then a Creative, and then this is a brand new polish. I actually haven't even tried it yet. This is from Vanique. It's supposed to be like silicone, so it's not supposed to chip as easy. So there's the overview, and now I'll go ahead and go into the swatches. Okay, so I'm going to start with the dark. So this is just a black shatter. Of course the swatch doesn't shatter because it's not over any polish. The next one is from the Nicki Minaj collection, and this is Metallic for Life, and it's just a black with a lot of glitter in it. This one is Glacier Bay Blues, and it's just a pretty blue that kind of has green undertones. It looks really dark in the bottle, but that third one you can see it's lighter than you think. The next one is China Glaze, and this is Sexy in the City, and it's just kind of like a hot blue, and you can tell that one's a little more sheer. That's just one coat. And then this next one right here is one that I got from Ulta, and it's just a blue shade. It doesn't have a name. I was surprised with the pigmentation. I actually haven't used this before, but it really wasn't bad for being like a store brand. This next one is from China Glaze, and it's like a cream. You can tell that like periwinkle blue right there. And I like that the new colors are like more creamy versus like satiny or sheen. This is like their Color Pop or something line. It's new, and I think it's trying to compete with like the Nicki Minaj kind of like cream shades. This next one is called Cool in the Pond, and it's like super sheer. It's just like barely a blue tinge. It's really pretty over acrylics, just to kind of give it a little bit of blue hint. This one is called Blue Moon Lagoon, and it has like tons of glitter that's like tiny, so it doesn't look super glittery, but when you go out into the sun, it has like that rainbow effect. I have one more that's from this collection. Was a summer, like, I don't know, like 6 years ago or something. I've had that forever. This is another one from the Color Pop line, and I love it. This is what I'm going to paint my nails next. So there is the Blue Lagoon one right there. And then on camera it's not showing up, but it's really like light turquoise. It looks darker on camera. And then this next green is this Nicole, and it's Cellular Cellar. Okay, so those are all the blues and greens. Okay, here's all my lights and neutrals. And here's the swatches. I mean, it's kind of pointless for me to even swatch these because they're so light you can hardly see. The main thing I want to show is like some of the sheens and like the opaqueness of some of these colors. So the first one is really pretty. It's like a light white, but it has the gold shimmer in it, and perfect name is She's Golden. And the next one is like super just a sheer white. I thought it was going to be a good French tip color, but it's really, really, really sheer. And that's Desire. This next one is really pretty over French tips because it just has like a luminous like yellow, but then it shines like purple in the light. And I don't think it's going to pick up on the swatch just because it's so clear. But that one's Alter Ego. And then this next one is kind of a really pale purple, and it's called Amazing Lace Lilac. And that's what it looks like right there. Next one's very popular. I bought this from a review on YouTube. It's Topless and Barefoot from Essie. And you can see that's the nude color there. And the next one is a really opaque white, and this is a mini of Alpine Snow, which is the best color for French tips. If you need a really opaque white, that is the best one that I'd suggest. So there is all the lights. Here's all my hot pinks and corals. And I mean, when you look at these like 3 polishes right there, you would say amber, aren't those the exact same color? But really they do come out differently, so that's why I've swatched them here. So this first one is the pink shatter, and that's like, that first one's a little more sheer. The next one is the positively hot, which is this one, and it's a super hot, like the hottest pink you can get. This one I just kept in because this is seriously one of my favorite colors. This bottle is so dried, old, and crusty and is going into the garbage right now. But I just wanted to show you, this is up the Amazon without a paddle, and I seriously love this color so much. You can tell because I've seriously used it so much that it's dried up. Anyway, so that one will have to go bye-bye now. Okay, so for these 3 that all look the same, this first one is It's All Greek to Me. And the swatch is the darkest one right here. The next one is Ladies and Magenta Men, and that one is a little more sheer. It's right here in the middle. And then this one is, oh, that's the same one, All Roses Lead to Rome. That one's this one right here, and so that one's a little bit more opaque. So you can see they really are quite different when you swatch them out, even though they look the same in the bottles. This next one is kind of a coral color. This is actually what's on my toes right now, and this is Bright Lights Big Color. It's really pretty, kind of pink with those orange undertones. Next one is Cajun Shrimp, and that's the swatch right there. And then this last one is that new Vanique color that I haven't tried, which is the colors Flip Flops to the Beach, which that just sounds fabulous. I would love Flip Flops to the Beach right now. And that's the last one. So those are all my hotter pinks and corals. Okay, here's some more pink and brown. I have a big little group here. Okay, so and then I've got all the swatches there. Okay, so the first one right here is called Hawaiian Orchid, and it's just a really light pink. You can see right there the pigmentation between that and the one next to it, which that really opaque pink right there is this one, which is Pink Friday, and this is new from the Nicki Minaj collection. I am loving these cream colors that are so opaque. I just think it's different than that traditional pink sheer, because when you look at these, they don't, I mean, the tones are different, but you wouldn't think this one would be completely sheer and that one wouldn't be. But especially these two look, like in real life, these two look very similar consistency in the bottle, but when you look at them on the paper, they're completely different. So that next one is this third one right there, which is also kind of sheer pink, and this is Pink Hearts of 2009. This next one is To Dive for Pink, and that has more of a pink sheen. That's that fourth one right there. And then this next one is a little brighter pink with some orange kind of coral tones to it, and it looks like, to me it looks brighter on the paper than it does in the bottle. But this one is Your Villa or Mine. I really like that color. This Nicole one is Persuasive Peach, and it is right there. And then the next one is Essie, that peach right there, and this is Vandigo, right there. This one is Shanghai Shimmer, and that is right there. This one right here is that other one that's like the really reflective from the beach collection, but unfortunately the label fell off, so I do not know the name. But when you go out in the sun and this paint on your toes, they just look like a million little glitters. It's really cool. I hope they do those collections again. It's kind of like, I don't know if it's like the diamond or like the ones that were a little more expensive that were super shimmery. It's like that. Okay, so then we have this one, which also doesn't have a label. And it's that golden color right there. This brown color right there is Bask in the Sun. This one is Grand Canyon Sunset. And that one's right there. And this last one's a Creative Polish. And it's called Breathless. And that's just that swatch right there on the end. So there's more of my pinks and browns. Okay, my last little bit of polishes for swatching are my dark berries and purples. So this first one is FIFO Plum, and it's that darkest plum there on the end. That next one is this one, which is called Don't Whine, You Can Do It. Really pretty purple berry color. This one is called, oh, another one without a label. See, what is the deal with the labels? And that swatches that third one right there in the center. This next one is Paint Your Toron Toes Rose. And that swatches right there. This one is Bogota Blackberry. And I also had a mini of that as well. And that's that one right there. And then this one is Nicole Purple, which is called Fanatical Fuchsia. And it's more sheer, really fun purple. And then the last one is a neon color from China Glaze called Flying Dragon. And I will say that these neon colors are really matte when they dry. So if you don't like a matte finish, then I would definitely use a top coat. So, and then for my extras, I just have the Avoplex oil, which I really like from OPI. I have the Nail Envy and Dry and Brittle. And then I have two top coats. This one I just got from Sally's and I'm not a big fan of it. It's the Beauty Secrets. So I went in, got this Essie Good to Go, and I love it. Like, I literally have been painting my nails so much more since I got this because it doesn't take forever for my nails to dry anymore. So there's all my polish. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the first time I've ever done a collection video, so hopefully it wasn't too shaky for you. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye!